What's up, guys? What's up? I'm working on a video for you guys right now. Something very, very dope. I can't wait to share. It's right over there off camera. I'm not going to show you guys yet, but I'm going to give you guys a hint. It is using one of these materials right here. Not going to show you which one, but it's using one of these materials, right? And it has something to do with the SE 600 Brothers sewing and embroidery machine. I can't wait to show you guys this video, but stuff is going wrong. I'm almost at the end, but stuff is going wrong right now, and it's not something that I'm going to show you guys. It's like a problem that you're going to run into that you can benefit from. It's just something going wrong with my technology. But anyway, I just wanted to share this video with you guys. I was featured on Sawgrass. They have a podcast, Sawgrass, the people that make the makers of the SG500 and SG1000. A few months ago, I was featured on their podcast. They have a podcast called Ink Differently on streaming platforms. I think it's on Spotify, it's on Apple Music, but it's called Ink Differently, and I was featured on an episode of that podcast. And I screen recorded the whole thing because they not only did audio version of it, but they also did a video version of it. And I recorded my screen as they were interviewing me. So I just thought I'd share this with you guys and put it on the platform just so you guys know or can get a sense of other things that I do behind the scenes in between shooting videos and making t-shirts and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff that goes on that I don't record that you guys don't see. And I'm going to start to share some of it, like, when I'm talking to clients and when I'm dealing with clients and different things like that. I want to share some of that with you guys because the majority of it, matter of fact, most of it, I don't share at all. And I think that in this business, it's beneficial if I start showing you guys some of it. So I'm going to start implementing some of that. So here's a footage from my screen recording. I hope you guys enjoy it. But thank you so much. Here we go.
It's Megan with Sawgrass, and you're listening to Ink Differently, the Sawgrass Business Podcast. I'm joined today by Alan from A-Dubb Productions. Alan, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me, Megan. I appreciate being here. Appreciate the opportunity.
That's great. And for those of you who don't know, maybe you're listening in the car or on one of our podcast platforms, this is being recorded for a video. So if you head to sawgrassinc.com, you'll be able to see the real life interaction between Alan and I. So let's jump right into things. Your official title is content creator. What exactly does that encompass? What does that mean?
Okay, so it's very broad. I started off, I guess, to the public on YouTube. So I didn't want to just limit myself to being a YouTube personality. So I call myself a content creator because I went to film school, and I not only produce video to help people understand how to use these different technologies, such as your wonderful technology, Sawgrass Inc. And but I also the purpose of me starting my YouTube channel was to create music so that people can hear my voice and advertise my songs and stuff. The other part, which is the part that blew up, is actually an accident. So when I say content creator, I create more than just videos to help people earn extra money online by making t-shirts and stuff like that. So content creator, I don't want to put myself in a box.
I love that. So I want to talk about this little accident that just blew up and gave you more than 60,000 followers on YouTube. So break down what happened.
Okay, so this is what happened. So my YouTube channel was pretty much started off like everybody else's YouTube channel. People see people like Casey Neistat and and they want to do their daily vlogs, but people are like, hey, my life is boring. So I was doing the same thing. I was like daily vlogging, and for some reason, I just always liked to post videos of problems that I would run into with regular things, like how to change a garbage disposal or something crazy like that. And those how-to videos always did good on YouTube. But it wasn't until my mother, see, we're from the West Indies, and my uncle has ships. My whole family has boats and stuff like that. So my mom approached me one time and she said, hey, your uncle needs some shirts made for the crew. on the boat. So, do you think you can find a screen printer or a T-shirt maker that can make these shirts for us? And actually, this part right here is this is where it first got started before I learned about sublimation. So I said, hey, I saw on YouTube there's this machine that we can buy that we can make these shirts for the same price or maybe even cheaper than it would be if we went to go hire a screen printer or something like that to make these shirts. So why don't we go half on it? My mom's like, oh, it sounds like a great idea. So we went half on it. We bought the Cameo, and I made the shirts. I ran into a few issues as a new user. First of all, I did an unboxing video. That did good. I ran into a few issues as a new user for the Silhouette Cameo. And I made a video about that. And next thing you know, I started getting questions and started making videos to answer those questions. And that just kind of like had a funnel effect, and it just started growing from there. Yeah.
Wow, that's so interesting. And I love seeing the unboxing videos because I feel like those are the ones that people are most interested in, because if you're watching an unboxing video, you're a beginner. So when they find somebody like you on YouTube, they learn how to do it, and then that kind of builds an audience for you because they know you're a trusted face that they can continue to come back to as they run into more problems and have more questions. So that's such a smart way to start out.
Yeah, I wish I would have thought of it myself, but it was an accident. But that's exactly like you said. That's exactly how things happen, and why content creators such as myself are so trusted in the community, because we're regular people just like the end user, and they want to see what it's going to be like if they buy something like that. Or you got some people that aren't in a position to buy things like that, but they just want to live through you. So I try to do my unboxings in depth and show people, like have an over the camera view and things like that, so they can get the full experience until they're able to to get these products and stuff like that. Yeah.
That is fantastic. So you have several crafting arenas that you work in. You've really branched out from Silhouette Vinyl. Where else are you now?
So, sheesh, where am I? I'm all over the place, to be honest with you. So the way my mind works, it's not that I get bored with things, but I can't do one thing. I want to give my audience a variety to show people that there's different ways that you can supplement your income. There's different ways of doing things. And let's face it, when you're making t-shirts or decorating any garment, you're going to come in contact with clients that want specific designs. And if you're limited to one medium, you might not be able to fulfill that need. So I felt like it was important to show different ways that people can decorate garments, as well as to satisfy my curiosity. But yeah, I'm into, of course, sublimation, which is magical.
It is.
You guys have this, like the first time I saw it, I was like, gas, what? I mean, I don't understand this. I don't understand how this is happening. And the first time I did it was like, whoa, it's magical. There's no other way to explain it. It's magical, and it's permanent, and it's like a great. So I get passionate when I talk about it. That's how you know it's a good thing. But
that's fantastic. We're all about the passion behind sublimation here. We are Sawgrass.
Right. So sublimation, heat transfer vinyl, embroidery, which is great also, and I think is that it? That's it. Oh, I did other videos on different little techniques that you can use if you don't have any of these methods, like a saran wrap technique, but all types of things. But mainly, Silhouette Cameo, SG500, SG1000, as well as embroidery. Yeah.
So I am curious, how long have you been working with sublimation now?
It's been about, it's been about a year and a half, maybe. Maybe
nice.
Not even that long. Maybe it's been 8 months. But it
wow.
seems like so much longer, yeah.
Well, it seems, like you said, you're taking a solid, making it into a gas, like passing that whole liquid stage, so it's so scientifical, and it sounds very scary, but really it is super easy to work with, and the end result is so gratifying that it makes it so much more fun.
I can attest to that, because when you, I remember my first video, well, I did my unboxing video, and then I did my first video when I actually sublimated my first product, and to see the the end product, to see it was like, as when you're decorating garments, you always like, you look at things in the store and you're like, I want my stuff at home to come out looking like that.
Hmm.
And out of all the mediums that you can use to decorate garments, when you sublimate something and you hold it in your hands, you're like, this is it. This is how it looks in the store. If not, this is it right here. And the stuff
Yep.
is permanent. It's like yes, this is what I want to do, and you're not limited. As far as the designs you can put on the right tone shirts and stuff like that, but you're not limited. So it's a great way to supplement your income. Super great way. One of the best investments you can make. And I'm
You
not just
are
saying
you
that.
are No, you're so right. I mean, and you can make your money back so quickly as well. I mean, it is a small investment, but the way you can make your money back is so quick if you have the right set of skills. And one of those skills you need to have is design. So how do you go about? Are you a designer as well, or do you just do it all, or do you actually ask for help in that arena?
So that's an interesting question. I'm glad you asked that question, because a lot of the people that want to get into garment decorating, they might not be designers themselves. So I try to show people like both aspects. Like my background, I graduated from film school. So in film school, we took Photoshop classes, InDesign classes, and other classes like that, designer classes. But that was years ago. So I'm kind of rusty on those techniques. The basics I know, but for me to be a great designer, no, that's not me. So I show people how to grab images from Google. I show people, but the main thing that I partnered up with this company, and they have a service where you can just use as many designs as you want to, royalty free. There's a ton of different things that you guys can do to jumpstart your decorating. What am I trying to say? To jumpstart your decorating t-shirt decorating career, to supplement your income. Now, like you mentioned, I like to tell people, because the main thing I think people are concerned with is, I don't want to lose my money, or I don't want to. I don't. This is even though it's a small investment. To some people that's a big investment, right? So I like
Yeah.
to tell people like, okay, so what is your couple $100 doing in the bank, right? Earning 0.0000002% or something like that, right? What is that doing for you, right? So you can take some of your money, a few $100s, and invest it in this machine, and even if you never sell a shirt to anybody, you can save over time. You will save money by just decorating your own clothes, your kids' clothes, and eventually, when you wear something, people are gonna say, "Hey, where'd you get that from?" And they're gonna want something too. So it's almost like inevitable for you to make your money back, and it's a better investment to just sitting your money in a bank doing nothing, because like, you can get work and you can legit like make your money back fast. I've made countless and countless, and most of the business that I get, I didn't solicit. Like, people just contact me, and these are like friends. Friends contact me, and consistently, on a consistent basis. I don't even get a chance. It's like it's real. It's real. Yeah.
That is a that first of all, have you thought about being a motivational speaker? Can you add that to your list of things that you do? Because you got me ready to invest in something.
I think I need more practice, and that's why I'm happy for this opportunity to be on the show. I need more practice, because I get nervous when you watch my videos. It's weird because I seem like I'm not nervous, I guess, but because I'm used to vlogging in a room by myself like a weirdo. But like when some talking to somebody, and I feel like sometimes I can't get my words together, so I get a little bit nervous. But maybe in the future, hopefully, if I get good enough at this, then and feel natural enough, then I can, I have to overcome that fear eventually. So
Yeah, I think you're doing a great job. I would never know that you're nervous, so don't sell yourself short there.
appreciate
So
it.
you are talking about getting clients and selling. So you don't just do tutorials. You actually do this as a business then.
My business is it's interesting. It's interesting. When you start decorating garments, get you'll start doing things that you didn't even think of. Clients will come to you and approach you and give you ideas and different ways to make money. There's so many ways that I'm making lots of money that I didn't even think of that like my audience asked me or somebody asked me to do. Like for example, if you have a Sawgrass machine, people actually will pay you to like if they have a heat press at home, you could just print out the designs for them and sell those prints to them. So that's one way, right? Like, there's so many different ways. Like with these different mediums, there's so many different ways you can make money. And like most of the time, like I said, it's gonna be like, oh, why didn't I? Hey, why don't you do this? And you're like, why don't I do that? So like, and then you start doing it. Next thing you know, it's like this is great, you know. So there's room for everybody. There's room for everybody. Yeah.
And so it's really cool that you say friends come to you for jobs. So are you finding that you get more people coming to you who you're friends with, or does your YouTube channel bring in more clients? Because you say you really don't solicit people.
Right. I don't. Not to. No. That's interesting. I didn't even answer that last question all the way. But it's okay. So
No, you're good.
Can you say that again? What was that question? Say that again.
So do you find that you get a lot of business like from friends and family, or does your YouTube channel actually bring in clients for you?
So yes, definitely having a presence on social media brings in a huge amount of clients, sometimes more than you can handle. So you got to start getting
Wow.
creative when you start having a lot of inquiries and people on different platforms asking you for things. But yeah, definitely if you're going to do this, if you don't have any idea of how you want to market, only thing you got to do is just start making stuff and posting it on Facebook, posting it on Instagram, posting it wherever. If I don't know if you would text message people pictures of what you made, it's gonna get around. You're gonna get business whether you want to or not. Send it to your pastor at church. Send it to a school. You can get the school fashion people or designer to make something up, and you can do a bunch of graduation shirts. There's so many different ways that you can
Hold on.
make money.
Hold on.
Yep.
Hold on. The battery ran out. Okay. So I'm going to have to talk to Alex when he comes back on Monday about why all of his equipment has no batteries. But that's a whole different topic. So we're going to continue like this, and we're just going to go from here.
Sounds good.
Okay. So I think I can grab a good chunk of what you just talked about. I think I can just do a little bit of editing there. That's not a big deal. So let's continue on with this wonderful interview that has been nothing but smooth since we got in contact with one another.
That's right.
Okay, so being a content creator, obviously you do make items, you do make t-shirts and other items that you sell, but do any of your videos bring in revenue for you? Because it's safe to say that you are a crafting influencer, especially on YouTube. So does that do anything for you? People might want to know if they're interested in also becoming an influencer in the crafting arena.
Okay, so being an influencer is a wonderful thing. Okay, as far as first of all, I would say that anybody who wants to do this, make sure you're passionate about it. Make sure you enjoy it. Don't do it just because you have a possibility to possibly make money, or you see people like myself or other people online that are making money doing it. Do it because you love it. Do it because you actually you like the products. You like to it fulfills you some type of way, because other than that, you're just clogging up the internet with a bunch of crap. So we don't want that. So yes, you do make good money. It depends on what platform you are on, but no matter what platform you're on, the money is going to find you if you can remain consistent and you give your honest opinion about different things. You have to be open to response. You have to be thick-skinned.
Yeah.
And but overall, you got my platform is YouTube, so you got YouTube revenue once you become monetized. You got companies that are going to contact you because your audience is growing, and you have an audience, and your audience is engaging, right? A lot of things that beginning content creators can do right off the back, even before you get monetized on YouTube, is sign up to be an Amazon affiliate. You got Amazon, right, where you can promote products and sell products and create another source of income that way. Then when you get your Sawgrass, right, you're going to be making things using the Sawgrass printer, and you can sell products through a third-party company that sells the sawgrass. You can promote the sawgrass and show, but you're not promoting the sawgrass to push it on the people, all right? That's not what you want to do. What you want to do is you want to show people why it is that you like the product, and what issues they might run into, if any, or what complications they might, because a lot of times everybody isn't as technologically savvy as you might be. So you want to show people, it might not even be an issue. It might just be a small technical problem that somebody that doesn't normally operate printing equipment might encounter. So you want to ease that transition for them so that they don't run into the same issues, and they can just, boom, saw your video, great, helped me out a lot. I would have never thought of that. Boom, boom, boom. Now they're making money fast. So, yeah.
That was fantastic advice. I'm really glad that you broke it down for people as well. You did a very good job of explaining that, so thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So you had mentioned brands will reach out to you. So are there any brands that you work with?
Yes. So brands will change your life. Brands will change. Companies will change your life. Having affiliate deals will change your life. So my first affiliate partner was Amazon. That's like most people's first affiliate partner, and that's significant. Actually, no, YouTube, then Amazon, and then it all like blew up when Heat Transfer Warehouse contacted me, and actually Stan Banks, shouts out to Stan Banks. I think he put that all together some type of way, and once that happened, that was the point where I was literally at work, and I got a whole story to tell you guys about that. If we have time, I don't know.
We have the time. You go right ahead.
Okay. Here we go. You guys ready for the story? All right, so I got a video on my channel of when I lost my job. So
that's not a fun story.
No, it's okay. It's not a fun story, but it's a good story. It's a story that lets people know that, hey, it might not be a bad thing. I don't know about this. So I didn't really lose my job. I got disqualified from my position for being color deficient, colorblind. They call it colorblind, but I'm not colorblind. I can see colors. But browns and reds and like blues and purples and stuff like that are kind of similar.
You love sublimation. That's all about color, but you're technically color deficient.
I can see the colors. I might not know what they are. I can see the color. I might not. That's green. Are you sure? It's a little yellowish, green, brown. Looks good. Might not match. But it looks good to me, So that's how much you can. Doesn't matter what you are. You can be colorblind. You can be blind, crippled, crazy. Sublimation is great. So let me give you the backstory. So boom. I've been working as a conductor for years. Like you work at these jobs. You sacrifice your time and your energy, and you miss birthdays. You miss potential relationship situations. You miss your kids going to school, graduation, and family. You miss Christmas, you miss Halloween, you miss all the parties with your friends. You lose friends because you never want to hang out because you can't hang out because you got to go to work, right? You make all these sacrifices, and then your job comes in. Nothing ever happened. I've never been disqualified. I've never been in trouble at work, anything like that. But I had to take a test at the doctor's, and I couldn't pass the Ishihara. And after that, I went to work that day. I was in Harrisburg. I got a call on my cell phone. Hey, Alan, when you come back, you got to go handle this situation. And from that point on, I was disqualified. I took a $40,000 pay cut. And, that was after the fact. So I was on the couch depressed for literally maybe 3 months. And finally I decided, you know what? While my credit is good, I got to do something. So I sold my truck, started driving Uber, and started to make ends meet. And they put me in another position that I hated. So long story short, I'll tell you guys more about that on another occasion. But long story short, what happened was I I started taking this YouTube thing a little more seriously, and one day I was at work. I was at my same job, different position, way less money. I was at work, and after I got my affiliate deal with Heat Transfer Warehouse, I looked at my I'm sitting at work, and first of all, I'm twitching because this long drive is starting to be unsustainable. It's starting to affect my health. So I looked at my income. This is like my second affiliate check, and I'm like, I don't think I need to be here anymore. In my head, I'm like, wait a minute. This is how much I get paid. This is my bills. This is my bank account. I think this could be a thing. So that's exactly how it happened. So that day I got home.
Love that.
Huh?
Love that. Love that.
So that day I got home and I called out. I called out because I had to call out. I called out because that day driving to work and at work, my hands, I wasn't getting enough sleep. I was driving too far, and like it was affecting my health. And you know, when things start affecting your health, it doesn't matter what it is. You just got to stop, right?
Ow.
Or take some time to yourself. So I called out, told them, I was going to doctors and stuff. My blood pressure was all types of crazy stuff. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna give this a week, and if this is a week turned into 2 weeks. 2 weeks turned into a month. 2 months. Listen, by 3 months in, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going back. So my job is calling me. If you can survive off of what you're doing on the side, that's when you gotta like really think. Like,
Right.
And if it's growing, that's key. That's key. If it's growing, then you really gotta think. Because now it became to the point where like, if I go back to work, I'm actually gonna lose money.
Wow.
And so it's like, so I resigned about, I just resigned about maybe like 2 months ago. It's on my Instagram stories in my thing, like when I resigned. The first time I wanted to resign, they didn't let me, and then they, finally like did it. But anyway, no, I gotta go. Can't do it anymore.
That is an incredible story. And I mean, I've talked to quite a few people for this podcast. We've heard some really great stories, like how we had someone who was down to their last $50 before they decided to do all this crafting stuff. But that one, that is so interesting. And I'm really glad that you walk people through the experience of taking a passion, monetizing it, and then realizing this can be my life.
Yeah. And the best part about it is, like I said before, like, do it because you love it. And I really believe that, like, anybody can do anything that they're good at for a living. You just have to find a way to monetize that thing, right? And you guys, I love companies like you guys because you guys create a thing, and the company itself might be looking for, for just, to run a company type of business, but the product that you guys created is actually changing people's lives. Because, like, especially now during the pandemic, like, this is a real thing. Like, you guys go on any website and try to buy SG500 or SG1000. Then come back and go on any website and try to buy one. These things are like hotcakes, all right? They get in, they go out, they get in and go out. And you guys need to manufacture more of them, Sawgrass.
You're right.
We need more
right.
of them.
We gotta get on that.
Yeah, because especially during the pandemic, people started understanding the importance of supplementing your income and doing something on the side. So heat presses, sublimation machines, everything that has to do with being an entrepreneur and doing things yourself and providing a thing or service, these tools are sold out everywhere. So like, if you can get your hands on one, you might want to do that. Oh, another story I got for you.
Please.
When I bought my first heat press, I knew this is around the time. Actually, was it before? It was before. Yeah, it was before I bought my Cameo with my mom and that thing, because I knew I wanted to. Because as an artist, because I said I started my YouTube channel with music.
Right.
I knew I wanted to sell merchandise, so I bought a heat press, but I didn't have all the other stuff together. So I bought these like cheap little transfers from Amazon. I printed something on the printer. I said, okay, it works. And then that heat press sat in my garage on a shelf for years.
Oh, wow.
So when my mom approached me, that's why I kicked in. I'm like, well, I got half of that already. I got the heat press already. I got half of that. So, Mom, let's buy this Cameo thing. And that just worked out. So I say that to say, like, even if you're not going to do it now, get it. Get it.
While you have the money.
While you have the money, get it. Because when you don't have the money, it can enable you to get more money, right? If you're in a tough spot, you can go out and make some money selling some shirts real fast. It's always good. I tell my audience, it's always good to invest in something that's going to make you money. And even if you don't like it, the best part about it is you can sell it to somebody else. You know what I mean? So it's like you can't lose. It's like a no-brainer. This garbage thing, it's like a no-brainer. It's the best thing that I've ever, one of the best investments I've ever made. Yeah. So
you are truly, it seems like the textbook definition of an entrepreneur, because you see things from different angles. You see potential in things. You see where things could go wrong, so you need a backup plan. So and I think people are going to get a lot out of this. Not only this podcast, but if they follow you on your YouTube channel, we're gonna get to that in a second. I do want you to be able to let them know where they can find you. Mm-hmm. But before we do that, I do want to know. I mean, you've given a lot of advice, without a doubt. I mean, you've given a lot of great information to people. Mm-hmm. But if you could just sum it up, like what would be like your number one advice you give to people who might want to be looking into getting into a product decorating business?
Number one advice. That's tough. That's tough. Oh, the number one advice would be to take a moment, like when things aren't going good for you, and if you can't figure out the technology, don't blame the tech. A lot of people like to blame the tech. Take a moment and actually educate yourself, whether it be watching some videos, whether it be trying to contact a company to get some information. A lot of the times, that's what I ran into. A lot of that, like when I started educating myself and watching videos and reading and stuff like that about this technology, I saw a lot of videos on YouTube where people are like, this thing doesn't work, oh, I hate this thing, and they go product bashing. And then when I got into it, I remember a video in particular, then when I got into it, I'm like, oh, okay, that's why that person on that video said it didn't work, because they didn't put the lever down. Something simple as that. That's a true story. On a Silhouette Cameo, when I first got into it, this guy was like, "Oh, when I load in the vinyl and I press send, it's sliding all over the place." Well, that's because your bar's up, sir. And I went back and watched that video, and it's sliding all because the bar was actually raised on the Cameo. It puts it down. His bar was down. But logically, you would think that you have to put the bar down, you have to put the lever down for the bar to go down, but on the Cameo, you have to put the bar up for it to go down. So I can see how he can make that mistake. But that's one case where, take a moment. The one advice I can give, take a moment, take a breath. Even if you got to walk away for a second, take a moment, watch a video, come watch my channel. Yes, and contact the company, and you don't know everything. So just like give the tech a chance and just like understand that I might be doing something wrong. I might be doing something wrong. It's not that technology. Don't technology bash unless you're absolutely sure that this thing isn't working. 9 out of 10, you'll find out that you were doing something wrong, because I run into that a lot with a lot of different people on their channels. Yeah.
Wonderful advice. As somebody who does tutorials for a technology company, I love that you suggested going to support and contacting the company, because here at Sawgrass, we are here to help. We want to help people. So yeah, reach out to us anytime that you need to. I'm just going to quickly tell people, support.sawgrassinc.com. That's where you can get in touch with our support team. The Facebook page is where you can get in touch with me. And speaking of tutorials and social media, Alan, can you tell people the name of your company, where they can find these tutorials, where they can find your website? I gave you the floor here.
So I am A-Dubb Productions on all social media. Please go to my channel and soak up the information. I get a bunch of people thanking me a lot, and it means the world to me that I can do something that I'm passionate about, and people actually like enjoy it, as well as they're able to like supplementing your income. I'm so heavy on that, because when somebody supplements their income, it can change your life. And when it grows to something bigger, it makes life so much more enjoyable because you don't have to worry about things like eating, or maybe even if you pay a car note, even if it pays, if you can get it to pay your mortgage, like how great is that possibility? But you'll never get that possibility. You never get that opportunity if you don't take a chance, right? It's one of the best chances you can take. Gamble on yourself, because you're not only person that can let yourself down is you, right? So like, take a chance on yourself, and if it's something that you might be interested in, just do it. Hey, Nike, that was a good thing when they came out with that slogan, right? Just do it. That was a great thing. But yeah, if it's something that you might be, just do it, because you're not gonna regret it. But come over youtube.com/A-Dubb Productions. I don't know why I like to say the whole title all the time, but A-Dubb Productions on YouTube, A-Dubb Productions on Instagram. Make sure you guys follow me there. And my website, AlanAwade.com. That's my merch site, AlanAwade.com. So you guys check that stuff out too. And one more thing, May 17th, I mentioned my music earlier. May 17th, I'm re-releasing my first album that I put out in 2009. So it's an R&B album. So anybody that wants to stream that on all your platforms, please go run up those numbers, because I have my son's student loan that needs to be paid off. So yeah, just thought I'd throw that in there.
We will definitely, on my end, I will be listening. So I'm glad that you mentioned that. And so everyone knows that it's A-Dubb, that's 2 B, so A-D-U-B-B. For those of you who are listening and not watching the video, A-Dubb with 2 B's production on YouTube.
I got a question for you, Megan.
Sure,
Since I'm on with Sawgrass, I'm sure I'm not the only person who wants to know, is Sawgrass up to anything new? Is there any new tech coming out, or you can't say anything right now, or is it like you're not sure?
So we had the printers come out in 2020, the new printers. So we are set on printers for probably a little while longer. New technology in the future, I can say that there is something on the way. Okay. I can't get into too many details just yet. But you can look forward to, within probably the next few months, seeing something new from Sawgrass.
Okay, so, you got me excited.
So everyone stand by on that one.
Hey, I'm available. Just to put it out there. I'm here. I'm here, like Superman.
When I have something to say, Alan Wade will know.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it so much.
Of course. Everybody, Alan Wade, content creator, t-shirt maker, and motivational speaker. I'm adding that to your list of titles because I really feel like that's something you could get into.
Thank you.
Alan, thanks so much for joining us. If you or somebody that you know would like to be featured on the podcast, please send us a message at marketing@sawgrassinc.com. That's marketing@sawgrassink.com. Thank you all so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you, Sawgrass.
Okay, don't go anywhere.
Turn up that, crank it up. Why listen to the rest when you're rocking with the best, baby? This right here, this right here, this right here.